Groucho Marx. Remember him? I'd like to join the club and beat you over the head with it. She looks like her father. He was a plastic surgeon. The secret to life is fair play and honesty. If you can fake that, you got it made. Why, a 4-year-old can figure this out. Now find me a 4-year-old, I can't make head or tails of it. Is it true your husband's going to leave you when he gets his eyesight back? My father was the world's worst tailor. You see, the reason is that he had an aversion to tape measures. When you came into his shop, he would just say, all right, let me see, look, that looks good, okay, all right. On Thursday, you pick it up. And on Thursday, it would fit like this. I don't know. Why don't you walk differently? Then you can look all right with it. She was inspired, by the way, because she had a brother named Al Sheen. He was a vaudevillian, a singer, and an entertainer, a comedian. And he joined up with a fellow named Ed Gallagher. Maybe you've heard of Gallagher and Sheen. Positively, Mr. Gallagher, absolutely, Mr. Sheen. Oh, Mr. Gallagher, oh, Mr. Gallagher, I heard that you saved a lady's life in a rowboat on the sea. You're a hero then to me, and I heard that you made this girl your wife. Oh, Mr. Sheen, oh, Mr. Sheen, when she sunk, I dove down like a submarine. Dragged her up upon the shore, now she's mine forevermore. You mean the lady, Mr. Gallagher, no, the rowboat, Mr. Sheen. And we formed the Three Nightingales. Well, we were booked in a theater, but there was a misunderstanding. He thought it was 4 nightingales. We were 1 nightingale short. So my mother got a hold of Harpo. She said, Adolf, you're joining the act. And he went along. So Silent Harpo started his career as a singer. I remember that day. It was night. And here they are, the 4 Nightingales. And Harpo came on stage, looked at the audience, and peed in his pants. Now, there were a lot of vaudeville acts back then, and many of them have been forgotten. How many of you remember Smith and Dale? They became the inspiration for Neil Simon writing The Sunshine Boys. They had what they call a German act, or Dutch act, called Dr. Cronkite. Are you the doctor? Yeah, I'm the doctor. I'm dubious. Hello, Mr. Dubious. How are you? I'm sick as a dog. No problem. I'm also a veterinarian. It hurts everywhere I touch. Here it hurts, here it hurts, here it hurts. What's wrong? I think you got a broken finger. I'm up all night. Are you a somnambulist? No, the night watchman. It hurts when I do this, so don't do this. Did you ever have this before? Yeah. Then you got it again. Forgotten. We were remembered because of Chico. In 1920, Chico took over the act. He said, Ma, there's no future in vaudeville. We've got to go back to New York. We got to make it on the New York stage. And so he took over the act. In another skit, I say, you're going to be found guilty of murder. How could you be so sure? Because I'm going to be your defense attorney. Like one time, Rob Benchley, the writer, was sitting, and the guy with a uniform passed by. He said, would you get me a cab? I'll have you know that I am an admiral in the United States Navy. All right, get me a battleship. The writer, Mark Connolly, was as bald as a bat. He's sitting there, and one of the members goes over and starts feeling his head. Why, you know, the top of your head, why, it's as smooth as the back of my wife's ass. You know, you're right, it is. A couple of musicians come in, Chico and Harpo. So, how much do you get for playing? We get $10 an hour for playing. Well, how much you get for not playing? $12 an hour. Now for rehearsing, we got special rates. $15 an hour. What do you get for not rehearsing? You couldn't afford it. See, if we don't rehearse, we don't play. If we don't play, that runs into money. What do you get for jumping down an open manhole? Just the cover charge. Well, you know what the trustees can do with their advice. I don't care what you have to say, it makes no difference anyway, whatever it is. I'm against it, no matter what it is, or who commenced it. Against it. Your proposition may be good, but let's have one thing understood, whatever it is. I'm against it, and even if you've changed it and condensed it, I'm against it. I'm opposed to it. On general principles, I'm opposed to it. For months before my son was born, I used to yell from night till morn, whatever it is, I'm against it. And I kept yelling since I first commenced it, I'm against it. Guess the secret word, and the duck will come down and give you $100. It's something you always have with you. And after kibitzing with them for a while, we'd have the quiz. Now, if they couldn't answer a question, I would ask them something like, so tell me, what's the color of George Washington's white horse? Can you tell me who's buried in Grant's tomb? Believe it or not, there were people that couldn't answer that. They figured it was a trick question. That's an example of creative stupidity. So tell me, what do you do for a living? Why, I'm a tree surgeon, Groucho. Oh, a tree surgeon. Did you ever fall out of a patient?